Moving on. As Bangladesh heads towards a crucial national elections, concerns over law and order, voter participation, and political stability are taking center stage. Analysts warn that how authorities manage security, including violence and minority protection, could determine the credibility of the vote and public trust in the democratic process. A report.
Bangladesh, a nation with a long history of politically charged elections, is preparing for another pivotal moment as voters head to the polls next month. Concerns over election day violence and possible post-election unrest are once again dominating public debate. Political analysts think that maintaining law and order will be critical not only to ensure voter turnout but also to safeguard the credibility of the electoral process.
Bangladesh's election always had the genesis of violence. It's not something new, and we are not something accustomed with. This is something we know very well. But what is essential is how the government of the day will control violence during the day of election and subsequently post-election. And that remains to be seen.
Analysts also warn that voter confusion could increase as the parliamentary election coincides with a constitutional referendum, potentially slowing the polling process. Voter turnout remains a major concern, particularly if supporters of key political groups choose to stay away from voting centers. Furthermore, low participation could weaken the inclusiveness of the election and raise fresh questions about its legitimacy.
We want everyone to be a part of the election, and in that case, whether political affiliates or perhaps the supporters of the former ruling party will come to the voting centers is another issue. So if they don't come, then we will probably lose some voters, which may affect the overall voter turnout.
Beyond turnout, security for minority communities has emerged as another sensitive issue ahead of the vote. Right groups warn that periods of political uncertainty in Bangladesh have often been accompanied by targeted attacks, particularly in rural areas. The interim government has acknowledged these risks while calling for calm and restraint from all sides. Election observers have also flagged new challenges, including the misuse of artificial intelligence and online misinformation, which they say could influence both voter behavior and public perception of the polls.
It is possible that some violence will take place, but the important thing is that by and large it must be peaceful, one. Second thing is that the authorities, the Election Commission and the law enforcement authorities must take immediate steps so that these don't go out of hand. Some incidents will happen, but that should be very limited and immediate actions need to be taken.
As millions prepare to vote, including many first-time voters, questions are growing over how meaningful the election will be without the participation of the Awami League, one of Bangladesh's major political forces. Observers believe that even if polling remains largely peaceful, an election lacking broad political inclusion could struggle to command political confidence at home and credibility abroad.